All right, coming up tomorrow on To The Point, we are spending the entire half hour on the city of West Sacramento. But first, we want to highlight one of the city's growing areas, the Waterfront. With the A's temporarily calling Sutter Health Park home, the Bridge District is buzzing, and a massive project called Pierside is at the center of it all. ABC 10's Garshwal Sangha takes us inside the city's home run transformation.
In West Sacramento's Bridge District, the skyline is changing fast. A sign of the city's biggest build-out yet.
These things don't happen overnight.
The main player behind most of the build-out is Fulcrum Property, and Fulcrum's president Randy Koss has a front row seat. We spoke to him a few months back.
So when we start looking at the waterfront, we start to think of aspirational projects.
One of those projects, Pierside, a 7-story mixed-use development with more than 260 apartments and townhomes over 2 levels of parking, plus a new 5-story commercial and amenity building with a fitness center and a pool overlooking the river.
Everybody deserves to have a resort-style pool, fitness on the river and on the waterfront.
The new building will also house Fulcrum and Brown Construction, who's helping bring the project to life.
This project's flying.
And it is. The difference from earlier this year to now is hard to miss. For Darren Henry, it's personal. His team has spent decades shaping West Sac.
We're growing our home, we're building our home, and a lot of them are going to be a part of building this structure.
And Pierside is just the start. In the Bridge District, new housing is starting to or coming online from other developers with Westgate Place 2 and Grand Street Apartments. Fulcrum is working on opening a life science campus near Pierside, and next to the Tower Bridge, Fulcrum's long-awaited River One hotel and condo project is inching closer to breaking ground.
We're trying to set that bar higher in Sacramento.
Koss says the city is planning to finish it with a plaza just north of Drake's The Barn over the next 10 years.
Imagine 6 to 8 to 10 restaurants on the river around a plaza where you have music, interactive fountains, farmers markets. That really doesn't exist in the region.
The goal? Make the riverfront a destination, with construction moving fast and the A's bringing new energy. The waterfront imagined is taking shape.
I don't think that there's a better view. If you were sitting on the Sacramento side, you'd be wishing that you were sitting over here looking back at it.
Reporting in West Sacramento's Bridge District, Garshwal Sangha, ABC 10.
I'm so excited for this special to air. We've been doing these community shows, and before we get into the show tomorrow, I just want to say, if you think we should come to your community, please, please, please let us know. We've been spending a lot of time in these communities, and so that's why I wanted to bring in Jeannie and Becca to talk about the part that they played in helping put this together, because we spent a lot of time in West Sacramento, as we did with Elk Grove and even Folsom. But Jeannie, let me start with you first, because I know both you and we walked Capitol Avenue a lot, talking to homeowners, business owners. So what can people expect to see in your piece tomorrow?
Well, I spoke with 2 longtime businesses, Capitol Bowl and Carol's Restaurant. They're along that corridor, and their experiences, being a business in the city for so long, and what they've experienced with the homelessness there. The city has bought some of the motels along that corridor, and it's currently being used as emergency housing. But with the Gateway Master Plan, that will be eventually turned into affordable housing. And so these businesses are telling me, what they hope for the future and how they think it will be for them.
Yeah, and 2 really opposing views, exactly. Right, from
yes.
2 different business owners. Becca, I know you went out to Southport, talked to a wonderful, lovely couple that we all actually got to talk to. But talk about some of the biggest surprises that you realized in your reporting.
Yeah, as part of my focus on South Park for the special tomorrow, I talked with the 2 city council members who represent that area. And in our discussion, we were at Bike Dog Brewing, another West Sacramento staple. They said there are 4,000 new home developments in the work. And I said, citywide? They go, no, just in Southport. So a lot of housing being built right now in Southport. And of course, we can't talk about Southport without talking about Club Pheasant, that famous community restaurant, that hub where a lot of kids got their first jobs in the kitchens, families went to celebrate milestones, closed, about a year ago after the better part of 9 decades open. And so the city bought that property. They're going to turn it into this great community space with a bunch of restaurants and even a space for a home kitchen entrepreneur to come into a brick and mortar location. So stay tuned for that. The city wants to open
renderings.
That. We do have renderings.
Yes, you'll see renderings.
2028 is when they want to open that.
Yes, thank you both so much. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 6:30 on To The Point. We'll be talking all things West Sacramento. You definitely don't want to miss it. We even head out to Whitey's Jolly Cone to bring you that family story.